Boss Lady Crispy Taco on the mic, and that was One More Drink. I am me. If you like it, you know the drill. Keep requesting it on our Facebook page, CGD Live Radio Show. And back with Sammy Santana.
Hey.
She's like, hey. I think she's getting used to this, huh? Do you like radio interviews now?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, so another question that I always like asking, like, do you do covers or do you actually write your own music too?
Me and my best friend Michaela, she plays piano, and like we try to write music, but we never like finish it. So like we have like a bunch of songs where we got like a couple verses and then we got a chorus, but we never actually finished one.
But you do write your own music.
Yeah, I try.
Ooh.
It's just like
I can't wait to
thing.
hear some of your music. What would a 13-year-old think?
They go through a lot too.
Yeah. What's like one of your songs? Like you don't have to sing it, but like, or tell us about it. But a little bit, like the inside of one of your songs.
There's one where I went to an audition, and I saw this kid, and he was really cute, and I tried to write a song about it with Michaela.
Okay, I remember as a 13 now.
It didn't really work out because I only saw him once.
Oh, so it has to do about that though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that could make, you're going to be the next Taylor Swift.
Maybe later
Watch.
on when you're performing, he's gonna be like, "Hey, I remember that girl."
That sounds for me. Okay, so going back to X Factor, what ended up happening with all that?
I didn't get in, but it's just like there's always next year.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And the next year after, you're only 13.
yeah.
And I'm sure there's so many people watching right now.
And it's
but
not like it's my last year.
no.
So.
Mm-mm. And I mean, what are other stuff that you want to do, like goals and stuff?
Acting seems kind of fun. Like I used to do acting
I
classes.
can see you as
but,
an
like,
actress.
Yeah.
I can
Totally,
see her as an
yeah.
actress.
Pretty dramatic.
But you know what? Like I said, going back to the whole X Factor, I do have to give you props for doing that because not anybody could do that, especially being 13 and being so positive about it. Because I mean, I think if I would do it, I would just I would be no more. Forget it. I'm done. Forget it. But you know, you have that bright future where it's like, oh, there's always next year. But to be honest with you, it's like it's just barely beginning. It's like
Yeah.
it gave you the foot in the door to see how it is, to see how many people there is, to see how good people are too, and how you can like get better for next year.
It was more
you know?
just like an experiment to
An
see how the whole
experiment,
thing
yeah.
is. Yeah.
But even just to audition, that's hard. And you guys that got tickets and did it. I saw it on your mom's Facebook. Yeah, I give you props. Do your friends know you sing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sing a lot.
What do they tell you?
They're really supportive about it. Like they think it's like amazing that I was on X Factor. They think it was like really cool that I actually tried out.
Yeah.
And they're like supportive. Like when I told them I didn't make it, they thought I was like heartbroken about it and I was like giving up on singing. And they all texted me and stuff like that. It's just they try to keep me.
Have you ever tried? You should get on The Voice. You should try it. Go tell mama. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Do you have any fans?
My
I'm sure
family?
you do. I think
My family?
you were showing you were showing me your Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she
a
has more
picture.
followers than we do. You gotta shout us out on your Instagram.
What's your Instagram name?
It's Sammy Santana.
Yeah,
Santana?
she has. He's a big Instagram fan.
I'm
Like
always
he's
on
like
Instagram.
he does all our social media. So
It's
yeah,
fun.
and her too, our jazzy baby over there. But so I mean, other than your family, of course, you know.
Yeah.
But do you have any other fans that shout your friends? In
Yeah,
school
like
and
it's
stuff?
just like more.
Those are
mostly-
fans?
It's mostly just like friends and families because it's just like I just started posting videos on YouTube again because I did it when I was like in 5th grade, but I kind of
That's
gave
good.
up on it. And so it's just basically I just started on Instagram on YouTube again. So
But that's good because a lot of the times, like, you feel, like you said, oh, just friends and family, but there's probably other people looking at you. Like, right now, I'm sure
Yeah.
there's, like, another 13-year-old, maybe 15, or maybe even younger, a 9-year-old looking at you and being like, wow, I want to be her.
Mhm.
She's on the radio right
That's
now.
amazing.
Or, wow, you know? So keeping everybody, like, on track of your life, not too much, because you don't want to take away all the stalkers, you know? But a little bit inside of, like, you know what, today I went to X Factor, or you know what, today I'm outside of NBC Studios, you know, for
Yeah.
the radio show, you know, and keeping people get, like, into your life, and it's like, that's how you start building fans. That's a little tip.
yeah.
I have to start following that, so I'm starting to get on YouTube a little bit more.
On Instagram, I had to like beg her to go on Instagram to start an account.
But I did.
She did.
What advice would you give, like that little 9-year-old that's looking at you, or 13, 15, even a grown woman? What advice would you give them?
Never let anyone get in your way. like, I know that seems kind of rude, like, oh, don't go let them get in your way, but it's just like, if you let people bring you down, then you could give up. Like, on X Factor, if I would have, like, been like, oh, they said no, I'm terrible, I'm never singing again, it's just, you can't really give up on what people think about you, because there's always going to be the haters.
Haters.
There is.
No,
I mean, it's
that's
sad
true.
to say there is.
I think it's more when you try to do something positive. As much as I believe people try to love you for it, you always create the haters, the people that don't love you for it. It's hard out there.
If
It's
you're not
hard.
a hater, you're not doing something right.
Yeah. Oh, she's getting into the CGD quotes. That's good though. That's good. So any other advice you would give?
Always work hard. Like, when I first started at my music classes, I would never actually practice. Like, I'd be like, oh, let me go to class, but I'd never practice. Then I'd get yelled at for it. But like, if you practice, my teacher says hard work beats out talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Oh.
Because the more you work, the more you pursue it. Yeah.
True.
And there's always something to work on, I think. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like you can be like the best singer, but even that person has something to work on.
Yeah. It's just, you have to practice.
And then right now, I believe, like, since you're just kind of like getting into it, have you had the feeling of going into the record studio yet, the recording studio, that life yet?
Like,
A little bit, or is it almost?
it seems like I could try it, but it's just like I want to try to get as good as I could be, but obviously that's not going to happen, like, because you always have stuff to work on. But like, it seems like fun to try, but yeah.
Well, when you get there, oh my, that's a whole new different life. That's a whole. It's balancing, you know, that life and then school. You know, because school is very important.
Yeah.
I am always very like, you cannot quit school, no
Yeah.
matter what, you know, and college after that, because no matter how good you are in singing, and maybe you get to the point that you're just making sales and stuff, school is very important because it's always something to fall back on, you know. Okay, well, other than acting, is there anything else you want to do?
Well, like as a fallback, I guess.
Or maybe both.
Do it all, do it all.
Being a psychiatrist seems kind of fun.
I was like, wow, like, how'd you go from music to psychiatry?
I don't
Getting
know.
into people's
It's
minds.
just like, I don't know. Because I was reading something, I forgot what I was reading, but I was reading something about it, and it was like really interesting. So then I started looking up psychology, and I started looking that up, and it seems really interesting. So.
Do you see yourself doing that 10 years from now?
Yeah, if I'm not like
singing.
Yeah, it's just kind of, you can do both, I guess.
Yeah, do it all.
Well, you see a lot of singers and actors nowadays that have like degrees and stuff, so that's cool. Imagine you're like a big singer, but yet you have like your PhD or your degrees and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. There's this big what is that? The
There's a lot.
actress, my favorite actress. There's some actress that like, she's like all in the movies and stuff, but she still went to
to school, and they still go to school like now.
Mhm.
You see them going to school and stuff.
Totally. What's it?
Sorry, Demi Lovato started off on Barney, didn't she? Acting. So then from acting, they heard her voice, and then now she's a big singer. So.
What's the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome doing all this right now?
People. Like, when I was in 5th grade, when I was doing the videos on YouTube, I was like, not terrible, like not the most terrible person, but I wasn't to where I am now. I was kind of like bad, but I had potential. And there would be those like mean people that would comment like, "Oh, you're terrible." It's
On
just,
YouTube,
like,
huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's
They're
terrible.
they're behind the screen, so it's just like I could say whatever I want. But if I didn't really let them get to me, because I knew I wasn't. I knew I wasn't like Adele. I knew I wasn't like Taylor Swift. It's just I didn't let them get to me.
Good.
It's just.
But you know what? It's true. Especially, I would call that cyberbullying. And
Yeah.
That's horrible. I think it's like, why can you come over here and just? I mean, I know that's what YouTube's all about. Like people comment and stuff. Disable your comments, man, and post up a bunch of videos. That's what we do.
Yeah, but don't look at the comments. Try not to.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
it does affect you, even though you don't want it, to affect you. But it's hard. I mean, we're only human, So.
Okay, so since we're talking about singing and stuff, before we end our interview with you, I want to hear you sing.
Okay.
Sing something for me, and let us know where you're gonna be singing.
I Want You Back by Jackson 5.
Oh, okay,
Cool.
go for it.
Good choice.
When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always made you stand out in a crowd. But someone picked you from the bunch, one glance was all it took. Now it's much too late for me to take a second look.
Yay!
Nice.
I can already like imagine like the whole band.
Yeah.
You guys. Well, you do have a voice.
Thank
you.
you.
You need to do something.
And the look too.
And the
That's
look. Oh,
important.
you didn't even see when I did her makeup and hair and stuff. I didn't even want to see Dad that day. I was like, but when I left, I was like, wow. But I still made you look your age.
Yeah, yeah.
Enhanced it a little. Well, before we end the interview with you, let people know how people can find you.
Oh, okay.
Instagram it, girl. More followers.
Okay, my Instagram is Sammy Santana, SAMMI SANTANA. My Twitter is Sammy Santana 226, and my YouTube is Samantha Santana, SAMANTHAH.
Man, you have everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Is your Facebook, do you have a Facebook fan page or it's the private
No,
one?
it's just private.
Okay, we don't want to give that out. But you're good.
I was thinking about making one today too.
You should, to let people know. A fan page, though.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, much success to you. I know I'm happy that I know that we interviewed you first.
Yes.
Because
Totally.
I know, like, from a year from now, my God, you're just gonna, like, blossom. I already know it.
Yeah.
And when you go into the recording studio, like I told you, I'm promising you on radio, I will play your music.
Okay.
So start working on it, girl. And up next, we're gonna go ahead and interview your mom.
Yeah.
That is gonna go ahead and inspire other moms. That, you know what, sometimes, you know, she's gonna give us the what goes behind managing. So can't wait for that. Let's go to our next song. Hit Your Ray Lewis, One Dope Kid. How was that?